call to order the September 9th, 2025 Foxfire Village regular council meeting. Let the record show that all council members are present, and there are a good audience today. We've got at least 10 people here. That's great. So, thank you all for coming. Let's open with a prayer. Councilman Gilroy.
Yep, I just feel like God wants to bless Foxfire and all of its residents. So here would be our prayer this afternoon. Oh Lord, that you would bless us indeed and enlarge our territory. Let your hand be with us and keep us from harm so that it will not hurt us. And God granted our request. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Join me in the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any changes to the agenda? I have one. I want to add an update on the county mayors and managers meeting. Any other changes? None being, can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None being, could I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None being. Moving on now to public comment. Now, this is public comment for items that are not on the agenda. I just want to remind everyone that public comment is not a back and forth discussion. It is purely time for people to voice any questions or concerns that they may have. They can address their questions to me. So, anyone have any comments? Please step forward, state your name and address.
Colleen Schlenker, 2 Sunset Lane. I just have a question. I see the pool is not on here, and I'm not sure if the well is included in Warren's update. But I just don't understand why that's not listed on the agenda every month as old business. It's a continuing item. And just a quick update, each meeting, those are hot topics. A lot of people in the community are interested in them. And I would have talked to Lisa before the meeting, but I know you don't have to answer me, but I think it's something that should be considered. It's Robert's Rules of Order. Should be standard.
That's a good point. Thank you. Okay.
Sally Cunliffe, 1 Ridge Road. And my comment is, we have an update on the 4th of August up on the website on the pool. And it said what was next. And I would have expected it to be updated like monthly to say no change or the inspection of the grounding wire is complete. I know that doesn't take long because I did it for my own pool. They're very easy to work with and they give you a date and everything. And to know, okay, that's been done, we got the schedule to do the deck, like an update rather than nothing. So,
Okay, thank you. Any other comments? Questions? No? Okay. And thank you for those public comments. Let's move on to department updates. First on the list is Councilman Gilroy.
We won't have numbers until the work session. Jody was down here on Friday with Shannon and I as we got prepped for the audit, so she just got our invoices, but you have budget to actuals as of today, okay? And then I have, is it appropriate for me to do it now, I guess the budget amendment for the water fund? Or should I have added that someplace?
Probably should have added it.
We've talked about it before.
You can give it as a financial
Yeah.
update.
We have a budget ordinance, it will be reworded to say retroactive for fiscal year 2024-25. And all it does is take the money for the new well out of, the new well construction and out of the capital project fund. Both of those are in the 60 accounts, because that money belongs in the 85 account, which is the capital project account that was open for the well. We just need to get it out of the 60 accounts, and that's all it is. So we just go ahead and approve it, and I'll get Lisa to change it. We just need to make sure that we agree that it needs to be retroactive, which it does.
So what we need is a motion to approve that number of, I don't have the budget.
Oh, you don't?
I don't have, for some reason, I
Sorry.
did, but I don't have it now.
It would be to decrease, fund 60353990, $223,686. That would be the revenue part, and we're also gonna decrease the expenditure, which would be new well construction, 60-7110-681. We're decreasing both of them by $223,686, retroactive for fiscal year 24-25.
So, I'll make a motion that, we approve the budget amendment 2025-19 with the recommended changes that this is a retroactive fiscal year 2024-2025 budget amendment. So I will make a motion that we approve that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None being.
I will have some further updates for us at the work council session on things like the property foreclosures, insolvency list to get real property taxes and things like that. They've gotta just flesh out a little bit more, but I'm working on them. And that's all I have.
I don't have my copy because I gave it to you before the meeting.
For which one? Oh,
That
really?
one we just had, yeah. But that's okay. I don't
I
need
got
it now.
I got it.
That's why I don't have it. Any questions for Councilman Gilroy?
Mayor, I do have one question. Under the water billings, 510,
Help me out, what page are you on?
well, back in the water fund, water enterprise fund, under revenues, and if you go down,
17, page 17.
Okay.
oh yeah, page 17. Yep. 3710-510.
Mhm.
So month to date, that's for the month of August, right?
Well, that's for the period ending 9/9/2025.
September.
9/9/20, okay,
To
yeah,
date, yeah.
Yeah.
right.
So
And
your year-to-date is 75,554.
Right. What's the 9,000
Month to date?
month to date? So that's
I don't know,
from,
that's a good question.
that cannot be from the 1st of August to the end of August.
I would
No,
think
it's
it's
from the
from,
first through the ninth.
it's the first of
First of
September,
September.
yes.
I'm sorry, yeah, why do I keep thinking it's August?
It's
Yeah,
September.
the first to the 9th of August, we
Okay.
put in 9,000.
So,
September.
so.
September, sorry.
I know, last month, we did not have the actuals, budget actuals for last month, for the month of August. We had July's, and the water fund, we took in 35,000, I think, in July. And that's how you get to the 75. I understand what's in the 75, that's gotta be,
That's the quarter.
that's July, yeah, that's July, that's August,
It's
and
year
then
to date.
9,000
It's
taken in
year to
September.
date.
Yeah, year to date, right.
No, year to date is this, yes, 75, because
Yeah.
we're in
But
the.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay. That's really, I just wanted to make sure that 9,000 is just for those
It's just for the first 9 days of
that's
September.
right, okay.
yeah. And if you wanna see what you took in August, we can pull that for you, it's not hard.
Yeah, you can ask Shannon for that.
Yeah, she'll run it out for you,
All right.
if you wanna start comparing.
We would, because in your email that you had sent a week or so ago, you asked about the revenues by month. I gave you July's, but I didn't have August. And that's because we didn't do.
Well, that spreadsheet you were doing.
Right,
Yeah.
yes. And the budget to actual, at our last meeting, we didn't have this, recall, for some reason. I think it was a timing thing that.
There will always be a
Yeah,
timing
with the
lag.
CPA, so we didn't really discuss it.
Yeah, the timing
So I don't
lag's
have
been
one
a
of
little
those for my
frustrating,
I
but
don't have one of
there's
those
no
for my
way around
file.
it, so.
So.
Yeah, if you
I
want
just
Shannon
wanna
to
make-
pull
like
it, just
this,
tell her,
yeah,
she'll
that-
run it for you, or I can run it for you, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
when you look at it, it looks kind of strange seeing, 9,000 and then go up to 75 year to date. But that's because we,
Well, that's because the 9,000, if you look up
For
at the
9
top,
days.
it says MTD, month to date.
yep,
So really, it's pretty much right on.
it's the 9 days of September,
September.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Any other questions for Councilman Gilmore? Okay, let's move on to the street department, and parks, Councilman Norman.
Okay, I don't know if you guys know this, but we had, the pickleball courts cleaned. And I'm gonna pass along some pictures that were pre-cleaning and after cleaning. And so you can see what a nice job they did if you would take a look and pass it down. I didn't wanna have to make copies for everybody. The one thing I wanted to talk about today, when they were done, we were discussing a sealant for the courts. And I think last time I told you, they were saying how nice the courts have held up for 5 years. One of the things that they recommended that we do for the courts is apply the sealant. And I did finally get some pricing from them. The basic, which is a one-time sealant for the year, would be $675 for the year to seal it. So, question is, do you guys think we should spend the money to seal it and keep it looking good?
We have to do that every year? You
Yes.
said one time this year.
Yes.
It would make sense to do it now, because we just cleaned it, we just fixed the cracks, so
And the holes.
if you wait a year, it's clean now, now's the time
Right.
to,
And that's
makes
what they
sense, so I would
Why
say
don't
just
you
spend
why don't you negotiate us a 5-year price and
Well, yeah, but I'd rather not do that, and I'll tell you why.
Might not need it next year.
Right. And not only that, they say a typical age for a pickleball court, now ours doesn't get as much use as, say, the ones in Southern Pines. It's like 5 to 6 years. Ours is 5.
It's not very long.
No, it's, and I'm talking the surface.
Yep.
And if they get a lot of use, they get worn out pretty quick. Ours doesn't get as much use. Do we have another 5 years in that
I hope
surface? It would be nice if we did, but, maybe I can negotiate a 3-year price.
Well, we should probably, what I would
But if we
suggest
don't
is we
need
do
it.
it for 1 year, see
Yeah.
how long
See
that
what it
lasts,
lasts,
and
yeah.
then go from there.
Yeah.
Because maybe we don't need to do it every year,
Yeah,
and until we try it, we don't know.
right.
So, I think we should
I
maintain.
recommend we do it.
I think we should maintain what we've built, because, towns are so famous, or people are so famous for building things and then just letting them.
And it wasn't a cheap thing to build, so
Right.
$675 compared to the construction cost is very, very small.
I think we should, probably,
I'll give them a call.
maybe, I don't know if we need to do a budget amendment
Let
for
me
it.
look, you may have some places that I can move stuff so you wouldn't have to do a budget amendment, which
Thanks.
is a little easier.
Yeah, that'd be
Because I
great.
think we went over on the cleaning cost.
Yes, we did, because I had $1,000
I will look
maintenance.
and see if we just can't move stuff, and then we don't have to do the budget amendment.
Yeah, because I know I'm over the 1,000 just with the cleaning. And, but I do recommend that we do this. We've gone ahead and spent the money to clean it.
Now, maintenance is just as important, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Sometimes more.
Right.
Okay, so you'll check into that for me?
Yep.
All right.
I'll email you.
I'll go ahead and call them and see when they can get down here. They're about an hour away, but they did it, as you can see from the pictures, they
Really,
did.
it looks really.
Really
good.
nice
Yeah,
job.
it looks really good.
And, we did have quite a few cracks. There were some holes that they filled too. But it is holding up, so I'm happy about that. All right, I'll go ahead and call them.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
Any questions for Councilman Norman?
We talked about, security for the, pickleball courts. Have we,
Security in what way?
surveillance cameras, because we
They're
had a
there.
little bit of
They're there.
vandalism that I
They're
noticed.
there.
We were up there before.
They're there.
They're good.
Yeah, I just am looking
Okay.
for a new router because the router we have,
So people need to be aware that there is surveillance cameras.
Oh,
Is
they're
it
being-
posted?
they're being watched.
Good.
If you pick your nose, it's on camera.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little invasive,
Well,
don't you
we
think?
we have 6 up there. I'm looking for maybe one more. Michael kinda helped me out a little bit, and the computer doctors that helped put everything together inside. recommended one more that actually, captures the door that leads into the storage facility. All the other 6 capture everything else. They capture the pickleball courts, they capture all around outside, they capture the whole pool, they capture the parking lot. The only thing we can't capture is that storage facility door. So I'm thinking that what we'll have to do is have an electrician come and put another electrical box up there. And we have an extra camera, we actually have 2 extra cameras.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
I think we should do that, because there have been, whoever they are, doing things on the door.
Mhm.
So, I'll look into that, but, that way we can get another camera hooked up, and then we're good there. And, obviously, they're being watched at the park too.
Okay. Any other, questions for Councilman Norman?
Alright, I'll do that.
Moving on to public safety, Councilman Nelson.
Okay, Chief Michael, with an update.
Good afternoon.
Hi there,
Good
man.
afternoon.
I've given you guys all our activity logs for the last month. Pretty steady as far as just various random things going on. We've had a few DWIs for the month, a couple officer trainings and such. Obviously, they're not all quite marked on here, so we'll get that updated. But nonetheless, that's kind of where we are with that. I think I reported in July, if I'm not mistaken, about a grant that we agreed for. We were not granted that. Moore County's a tier 1 county, and they pretty much all the tier 3 counties got them. So we got the grants and
What's the difference between a 1 and 3?
financials. Moore County has too much money. That's pretty much the way it was told to me.
Oh.
And so,
We-
being that we're in Moore County,
And they've tried to change it, and that tier thing is like, it's
Well,
never gonna
yeah, but
change.
even though we're in Moore County, I don't think we should be penalized as a village,
But
because.
we are.
but they look at it as an overall
Yeah.
for,
Yeah.
alright, your county's putting out X amount of dollars or whatever it may be
Yeah.
in tax revenues or whatever, and then and I'm just gonna use a county, I don't know if it's necessarily one that's, worse or better off than us, but, I'll use Gates County, which a lot of people have never heard of Gates County. It's up at the Virginia border and they're out near like the Outer Banks up that way. Nonetheless, if I had to imagine, they're probably a lot more of our rural county, so their tax income probably a lot less than ours. So if I had to guess, they're probably a tier 3 and we're a tier 1. So, but nonetheless, it's like I said, we did not get that grant, and so I actually spoke with our grant writer and I said, keep our eyes on the horizon to see what might be coming at us, just to help us out in whatever way possible. Next thing is obviously, we reported back last month, we got our speed sign out here on Hoffman up running, and it has now since been moved. We moved it a couple days later after the weather broke, and she's up running, working very well, so big thing on that. We got our 23 Charger back. The transmission had to be completely replaced. That was all done in warranty. Again, a car with 30-some thousand miles on the transmission said no more. Real quick, James, he was actually sent to it's called A-RIDE. It's Advanced Roadside Impairment Driving Enforcement. So pretty much it's just stepping his game as far as DWI enforcement, DUI enforcement. A lot more wealth of knowledge, a lot more training for him, so he can kind of hone his craft, if you will. So he's actually completed that, and it was a couple-day class, but like I said, we got another officer that's a little bit higher certified and that sort of thing. I just want to say a huge thank you to our citizens, to FPOA, the Fox Brew Coffee House, Just More Jeeps, and I'm sure several other people that I'm probably forgetting here, but we did our first school drive back in July to August. We had great numbers. I'm very, very proud of again, our staff, as well as the people that have donated. Again, a huge thank you to anybody and everybody that's watching. Just quick numbers on that. And this is cumulative just from us alone, but 112 book bags filled with supplies that went straight to students that didn't have the things that they needed. 79 book bags and boxes of supplies were given to local schools for various things. Obviously, students that may walk in without anything, teacher supplies, such. And the grand total, and whenever I say a grand total, it wasn't just from us here. We worked with the care group out of West End. That's where we did our big push with them. And it was a cumulative total of $33,280 worth of supplies that we were able to gather with them. And so again, huge thank you to everybody. That meant a lot to us, as well as, again, obviously the kids in need and the teachers in need. So a big thing there. That kind of rounds me out for my last thing here is, as we all know, last year we did a Foxfire PD Q&A. It was last May. That's something that myself and Sergeant Kivett have been kicking around for a little while to find out the date. Once Lee gets back, I'll go ahead and get it finalized, but we're shooting for currently, I believe it's October 21st, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken.
What time do you?
It'll probably be between 6 and 6:30, and we hope to do it here in the meeting room. If, like I said, the town will be gracious enough to allow us to use it like we did last year. Again, we had a great turnout last year. We want to keep that going for our citizens as well. Obviously, we want everybody to know us. We want to know everyone, but it gives everybody a chance to have kind of open forum. That way, questions, comments, concerns, and so like I said, we can have a little bit better relationship with everybody as well. So, like I said, that is tentative at this point, but that's what I'm kind of working with currently. So, but outside of that, do we have any questions?
Chief, I just have a question.
Yes, Warren.
Under the ordinance violations, I see there's 8.
Yes, sir.
That's for the month.
Yes. And there may be
Which-
some that fell through the cracks that wasn't
Yeah.
quite reported, but yes.
Can you just kind of educate me, what's the PD's, what's your role in the whole process?
In the ordinance violation
Yeah.
process. So essentially, like, so we're out and about riding around, patrolling our neighborhoods. If we see something that needs to be addressed, and I'm just gonna use, whatever street, I'm gonna call it Street A, just for argument's sake. I don't wanna single anybody out, but say we're riding through on 123 A Street and we see a trailer outside the house. There are ordinances in place that say, hey, these items have to be stored in a proper manner to where they're out of sight of, the public street, the golf course, such and such. So if we see it, or if we get a complaint from somebody, and we have plenty of citizens that call and say, my neighbor's had the trash can out with the road for 2 or 3 days, or whatever, we give 24 hours before, 24 hours after the pickup date. And so if we get that complaint, obviously we'll go knock on the door, hey, just to let you know, your trash can has to go inside, or your trailer has to be moved, or whatever it may be. From there, it's a simple, hey guys, just need you to take it straight here down, when you get a chance, move your item back where it's supposed to be stored. It's just a verbal thing, hey, just a reminder, if we have to come out a day, a week, a month later and say, hey, we've already told you about this, at that point, we'll kind of give a written warning. And if you will, when I say written warning, all it is a printout of our ordinances for the town for that particular item.
Okay.
And it like I said, it's kind of more of like on a checkbox sort of thing. We'll say, check this date, Mr. Morgan, you got this for a trash can.
Right.
It's again a reminder to say, hey, and it will say second warning.
Okay.
Third go around, like I said, we are now looking at a citation at that point. And like I said, that's part of every police officer's job around the country that have ordinances in their villages, towns, cities, various things. We have ordinances, every town does. Same way with fireworks or, loud noises or whatever it may be. We address that in the proper manner. Most of the time it's a simple reminder of, hey guys, just a reminder, let's take this in, and we're done.
So when does the council doesn't step in at any point?
No.
No,
The
So
town-
administration of the program, you mentioned the letter
Mhm.
goes out.
Mhm.
Say they ignore it.
Okay,
What's the next step?
So again, say for example, our first one is essentially, like I said, we're gonna have a talk with you. If we can call you on the telephone to say that, we would like to do it in person, because again, friendly conversations.
Sure.
But if the second go around, if it's not that, when we send out the piece of, when we bring out our piece of paper, like I said, it's just a simple printed off copy of the ordinance, and I have Lisa's seal on it, since she's the
Okay.
town clerk.
Okay.
And I have her seal on it saying that this is the ordinance, this is what it is. That is your second warning, if you will.
Okay, and if they fail
If they say no go on that, and we have to press that issue, and we never wanna go there by any means, then like I said, we'll probably come out and write you a citation at that point.
Okay.
Alright, if it starts becoming a nuisance, if you will, and if you're just like, I don't care about your citations,
Right.
whatever it is, the town starts imposing fines, and it's just a whole different. Thankfully enough, everybody around here, the recruiter set with everything and say,
Sure.
hey guys, it's X, Y, X, Y, and Z is the problem, can we take care of it? Sure, not an issue, I'll take care of it a little bit,
Okay.
so.
We get an abatement policy though, don't we? I mean, if somebody really just goes, hey, I'm not gonna do it, at
Yeah.
some point, we can actually go in and correct.
Well, like I
correct?
said, and that's the thing, that's what I was saying is, once it becomes that, like I said, we start issuing a citation or whatever, then the town starts stepping in and saying, we will start imposing the fine. And those fines grow every day. And then if it's, I'm just gonna use a date, 100 days, and I think it's $25 or $50 if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure what
Well,
it is.
I believe it's 25, I could be wrong, so please don't quote me on that. Because again, we've never had to get to that thankfully, but $2,500 over 100 days, you do the math there, it's $2,500. And like I said, the town is now at that point, they're pretty much putting a civil judgment against you at that point. So, like I said, obviously, thank the Lord, we've never had to come to that,
Sure.
but.
That's basically handled between the village clerk, that's the village clerk's duties,
Right.
as well as the police department.
Okay. Thanks,
Yep.
thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank
Chief,
you.
I'll give you Warren Morgan's address.
Do that, thank you.
All right, order in the
council, yeah.
in the council room.
Thanks, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Have nothing for the fire department today. No update.
Any other questions for Councilman Nelson? Moving on to the water department, Councilman Morgan.
Okay, today, just an update. Usually I just, if things change on a project, especially the new well construction, number 13, if things change, I'll bring it up at the meeting.
You'll also update the website
I'll update the
document.
website, that's correct, yeah. It's been, as most of us in the village are aware, it's been a slow, arduous process. I can tell you it's not much of an update, but the pad is poured and they're supposed to be out there this week constructing the building, and I can tell you that we've missed a couple of deadlines in the last week or so. I'm as disappointed as everybody else, believe me. But that's an update on the well. They're working on it. It's just it's a slow go. It is definitely a slow go. Just one other thing, at the last work session, we discussed the cross-connection program, kind of rejuvenating it. We've always had one, but, and so we working on an ordinance, and Councilperson Gilroy's been very helpful, trying to help me simplify the ordinance and make it easy to understand. But hopefully by the next meeting, we'll be able to vote on a new ordinance for backflow and for the cross connection program. I just want to again remind people that if you do have an in-ground sprinkler system, the state requires you have a testable backflow preventer, and it has to be tested every 3 years. You're supposed to send the results to us. We keep a copy, you keep a copy, and your tester keeps a copy. If you have a swimming pool, the swimming pool has an automatic refill, or if you don't have an air gap when you fill your swimming pool or replenish your swimming pool, again, you're required to have a backflow preventer. We've got an inventory of the ones we're aware of. For the most part, the community's been pretty good about contacting us with test results. But I am aware there are several customers out there, several water customers out there that have backflow preventers, and up to this point, we haven't received their test results, and they'll be notified shortly about it. So we want to get in compliance, is what I'm saying. I said and it's not compliance, but we just want to, like I said, we're trying to get the program squared away. That's about all I have right now.
Any questions for Councilman Morgan? Okay, on to my report. I have two proposed budget amendments. They are written up as budget amendments, but they are proposed, and that's why I brought this to the council today. The first one is clearing the bamboo stand that we have on the side of the City Hall, between, the driveway and the woods there. We've got a,
Work on it for you.
we've got a pretty significant bamboo stand that needs to be what we want. Our best advice from numerous people that have farm management experience and vegetation experience is it needs to be cut down, the roots need to be cut out or plowed out, they will haul it away, and then we can plant grass, and then that grass will be mowed. So for the cutting and the hauling, we have a proposal of 2,000 and,
Some pricey bamboo.
it's like, actually it's 2,100, the extra money is for the seed, the grass seed, and I'll spread the seed, I've got the ability, we've got the ability to spread the
Well,
seed.
they have to haul it away too.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
So it's basically, he said 2 days worth of bulldozer activity, you know, between plowing it all up and then loading trucks, and it's probably about 3 to 5 truckloads, he thought, and it includes, and it just adds up when you're talking about heavy equipment like that.
Mayor, who's the contractor? Is it our normal landscaper?
No, this is
No, on-site excavation.
Can, we have in the budget this year to also clear bamboo at a well site?
Yeah, Jesse asked about that.
Right, can we just include it in the same project?
I don't know if he can get his equipment into a small area, he's got his, you know, his excavator, so I don't know.
Jesse was gonna take some pictures
Was it?
for me.
Okay.
See if he can get those to me and I will get those.
Okay, as long as we're looking at it, I was just thought.
He's
combine-
very,
combine.
you know, accommodating,
Yeah,
so.
he is, so,
All right.
but yeah, I asked Jesse to get some pictures, because he brought that up right away.
Good.
And,
Warren, where are we taking yours out?
At one of the well sites.
we're not gonna tell you which one.
I wanna say it's 7 or 10, I'm not sure, I'm not gonna mention what it is, but
Yeah, we'll
I've got
just,
2 in mind.
okay,
but
yeah,
I'm not
get
sure which one
those
it is.
to me.
Yeah.
I know which one for sure, and the reason we're not talking about where the wells are, we don't want people to really know where they are. Yeah, if you can get those to me, cause he said if we get it approved,
Okay.
he could be here,
Next
Next
week,
Next week.
yeah.
All right.
so I need to have it to him
Right.
before
I'll ask
that.
Jesse to.
Just so
get
you know,
stuff in.
it's $1,200 for the, and I think I gave this in an email, a separate email, I gave this to you, it's $1,200 for the excavator, and then it's $900 for the hauling,
Yeah,
just so you know. And then it's about $300 worth of grass seed. Gonna do winter rye.
so when you get
And the
that
hay.
quote for him, or it gets included, let me know what the amount is, so I can look to see.
So we can add it, do
Okay.
we wanna add it in
Well,
here?
I don't know, I
It's
don't
a
know,
different fund, I mean,
Oh, what,
we might have to do it a separate.
oh, yeah, cause
it's
it
the
would be
water,
well.
it's the water fund, so I
Yeah.
have to do a separate, and
Alright.
let's just see how much it is
Yeah.
first, and maybe I can find it someplace.
Okay, let's do
Yeah,
that.
in fact, Warren, you got well maintenance in there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Might
what's
be able to
coming out
do
of
it
it.
So
out.
you're saying there's 2 possible?
Pardon?
2?
No,
Areas?
there's one.
There's
I
one of
just-
two.
Okay,
I just can't remember the well number, that's all.
oh, okay.
So if we agree that we want to do this, we could,
Well, we could, but if we're gonna add some more on, maybe the guy wants to give us a better price or something, I would wait until we see.
I
what
don't
he
think
does.
so.
not,
No, not with this.
But you need a budget amendment for the general fund. The water fund already has the money into it, so we can still address the amendment tonight, right?
yes,
I just wanna make people aware that we also have another bamboo job out there, that's all.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, if we can get him here on the same day to do the well, you know, there's not gonna be an extra charge for him to come out.
Right.
right,
So-
but he's still gonna have to move his equipment, and I'm
Yeah.
sure that he has to
Yeah.
load it up on his trailer.
Right,
I'm
but
s-
at least he's not moving it from
Right,
his
Yeah,
his
Right.
storage or wherever.
right,
And usually they take that into account when they're pricing.
right,
we could approve this one,
Sure.
Yeah.
and then whatever, cause I think you've got money.
We do,
don't need
we
a
put
bunch.
money in it for it.
I don't think the patch is as big as what we have out here.
No, it's not.
So I can't, it's not gonna be as expensive, but I'd like to send him some pictures so he can at least look at it and say, all right, he
well, and he
doesn't.
needs to see the area to make sure he can get his equipment and
Right.
move his equipment around in there.
He's located in
West End.
West End, oh, he'll come down then, yeah. I don't have his address. He'll come down whether he knows it or not.
So on my prayer list tonight, price is coming down.
So
Why
can
not
I
come
have
down
a
here?
motion
I'll
to,
make a motion that we
Second.
do the bamboo clearing.
so that's approval of budget amendment 2025-17, budget amendments for bamboo clearing.
Yep.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay, none being, that's been approved. My second proposed budget amendment is for security cameras for the town hall and the police complex here. That would be building and parking lot. These cameras are, basically it's with installation. I've added a little bit of money for installation, but it's a $900 amount for these cameras.
Why can't we just take that out of the miscellaneous money that's in the budget? I don't,
Well, there is 1,000, that would almost deplete it to zero. That
well,
was,
they each have 1,000 in there for miscellaneous. I mean, we don't really have to do a budget amendment, can't talk a budget amendment to do it. Just
Okay,
take it
you
out-
just wanna use it-
Just take it out of what's there, and then we come down the road on something else, then we
Then
can
you
go
just
into
put-
all right,
emergency. I don't-
okay,
that's
so
not
we
a big
will,
deal.
we
So then
will,
we want to look at, the cameras at the park, they all had to be rewired, and I didn't have to pay anybody to do that, fortunately. The cameras at the pool are Wi-Fi, so they did not need to be wired, we just needed electrical. Are you looking at wired or electric? or
Wi-Fi.
these were wired.
Oh,
These
It's the
were,
same as the ones at the park.
At the park, so those will have to be wired.
problem is with the only thing with Wi-Fi that bothers me is that if there's a problem with your Wi-Fi,
Right.
you now have lost your security.
So do you want to include some money to have someone do the wiring? Or do we want to see if we can get a volunteer to do it?
Well, I have a little money in there for possibly wiring, but we do have people who volunteered to do it.
Okay,
They believe they can,
okay,
it would be done.
yeah, the volunteer route would be great.
So, and I appreciate any volunteer activity that we get, so.
Okay,
So we will not do this budget amendment. This budget amendment will be next. Okay. I just didn't want to deplete miscellaneous funds, but. The other thing, I wanted to update everyone on is quarterly, we meet, the Moore County mayors and administrators have a meeting, and we just had our meeting September 8th, yesterday at Pinehurst. And one of the updates, well, we had an update from the county, actually, one of the county commissioners was there, and they're trying to fast track approval of the land use plan. And
Next week.
they're working very quickly to try to get that done by the end of the year. They're hoping that some of the state laws will be relaxed so that we can actually plan land use, but if not, they're just gonna go ahead with the plan that they've got. And, so, basically what they're looking for, or what they're doing is, they're trying to basically make sure that development is in clusters when it occurs, so we don't just have this urban sprawl all over the county. And they're basically looking at the 695 corridor and the 211 corridor, out to Seven Lakes, as 695 is Bass area, in the Bass area. So that's what they're looking for, and creation of smaller towns or development areas. So he wasn't very specific on anything, but that's what they're trying to, any development that occurs, they want it to occur in groups so that they can at least provide services.
There's infrastructure,
Right.
which saves us.
Right, so there's water, there's sewer, there's,
Yeah.
or at least water, even if there's not sewer. But that's what and they're also looking at securing more stable water sources for the county. And they're looking at Crystal Lake, which is an 80-acre lake and also High Falls as a possibility for additional water supplies for the county. But they're, they know that they need to acquire more water for the county and the growth. So, just wanted to,
Did they still talk about going back in contract with Southern Pines?
I think Southern Pines,
They cut them off.
It's gone back and forth.
I think Southern Pines is needing all the water that they've got.
Yeah.
And a lot of towns have agreements with other areas, but they can be shut off
Yeah.
at a moment's
Pinehurst
notice.
has an agreement with another area.
Right, and I think Aberdeen was supplying water to other communities, but they're stopping that because they need their water, so.
There's some contracts that are coming, contracts, the termination dates are coming up, shortly in the next year or so. So I think that's why the county's looking for other sources, in case they can't renew these contracts.
Right, so, that was one of the, then the other, update that was, interesting, and I'm going to make sure, because we talked a little bit about it at our work session, but the, America 250, so the 250th anniversary of America, there is, oh, don't tell me I didn't bring it, I know I have it here somewhere. There is a website, and it's basically run by the government, or by Moore County, or it's by North Carolina. It's called North Carolina America 250. And, no, I'm sorry, that's a movie that, oh, that's one thing that they talked about is NC America 250, there's a movie that is available, or will be available, that a lot of places are showing as movie nights in the towns. And I know we have a movie night occasionally here in Foxfire. The FPOA might wanna look into, and I don't know what the cost of getting that movie. We could probably look at it as an event that we might wanna sponsor in the village, but there's a lot of, information available, and I can't believe I don't have it with me. I had it, probably got interrupted before the meeting somehow, and didn't bring it with me. But I will make sure that Lisa posts it on our website, of a lot of different ideas that communities and towns are doing for the 250th anniversary of the United States, and I think it will be great. And we're also looking for citizen volunteers on our committee. So if anyone's interested in getting together and getting ideas together, you can email the village with ideas that we could do. Maybe we could have a parade, who knows, something. I don't know. I know we're small,
Golf
but,
cart parade.
yeah, whatever. I think it's something we
What's
should
wrong
all
with a
do.
golf cart for?
I'm
Come
not
on.
saying, I like them, I do
There's
that.
also a lot of children's books that they're making available and that are being printed for this event. And again, I have all the information, and I will make sure that Lisa posts it on the website, and maybe even have handouts in the lobby for people.
Okay.
Oh, it's because it's in my folder that says America 250 on it.
There you go.
Get really low.
But there's, yeah, it's just a list of what people are doing around the country. But there's an America250nc.gov. That's the website that a lot of these things are being recommended on. And there's children's books, there's things like a county or a village flag competition, where we can design a flag. Kids or people can get involved in designing flags for the,
What was the website again?
it's,
America.
America250.nc.gov.
Okay.
So. But I will make sure this, one of the village clerk from Pinehurst went to a meeting, and she got a lot of good information, as far as things that PBS is doing, just a lot of different things. There's, some movies that are free, around the village, around the county, a lot of different things. So, and they even wanted to get a calendar together for the county so that people could travel from town to town if there are events that are going on. So, I think it would be good to explore. Because although we haven't had a lot of revolutionary activity here in this area, there are other areas of the county that have. But it's interesting when you read the history. There was a lot of loyalists in this area. So, the revolution was pretty passionate around this area. Any questions for me? All right. Oh, and I will do something about, the reason why there's been no updates on the pool is because there has been no change, it's kind of similar to that. But we expect to see some activity, but I will make sure that old business, we will give updates, and I think that's a good idea that we add those updates to old business. And Warren, one thing on the well, are they giving us any estimated, have they drilled the connection yet across Hoffman? Or under Hoffman?
No, the distribution main from the well site to Hoffman is not done yet either. I can tell you that, you know.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Jesse, our water operator, he meets with the project, and, you know, the project manager every week. I've met with the owner, Jesse's met with the owner a couple times, and they've assured us that, you know, they're doing everything they can, but,
So,
it's just busy.
okay,
Get
so
people
so
back.
they're just backlogged with work, we're not,
Yeah,
all
that's what it is.
the
No, no,
permitting
it's
and all that kind of
backlog
stuff's
of work,
already
you
done.
know. There's just a lot going on in Moore County right now. You can drive down Morganton Road, look how it's changed the last 2 years.
Yeah, okay,
It's just,
all right.
we're busy.
All right. All right, moving on to public comment. Now, these are comments on items that are listed on this agenda. Are there any public comments? Please step to the podium, name and address.
My name is Tom McClellan, 3 Dogwood Court, Foxfire Village, North Carolina, 27281.
What's that zip code again?
This is in Tinder.
Just as a point of reference, my son had bamboo in his property up in Virginia, and he wanted to get it removed or eradicated, and it took twice it came back. So he ended up having to go in, and they had to go in and dig down a foot or 2 feet, and they had to put plexiglass down to stop it from growing. I don't know the contractor that you're going with, what their experience is in getting rid of bamboo, but I just thought I'd throw that out there for you.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Do we have a guarantee that when it's gone, it's gone? I mean,
The way it was explained to me is that they remove the roots. If you plant grass and continue mowing, it will not grow, because if you notice where the grass is, it's not growing.
Past the
It
grass.
doesn't grow
Yeah, okay,
where it's
got it.
being mowed, so.
So once the
Right.
grass is established, we'll be
Right.
having it mowed. And, yeah, but you're absolutely right, when we looked at the grass,
There's no bamboo.
there's no bamboo
Creep.
encroaching onto it.
Right.
So this contractor's taken bamboo out before.
How
Yes.
much, yes, yes.
We have another public comment.
Sally Conlon, 1 Ridge Road. You were talking about ideas for, America 250. Is it possible to look into insurance to see if we could have fireworks? And the other thing, having the 4th of July picnic at the pool, since it didn't have an issue.
It's a little too far out.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, folks. Gerard Frederic, 27 Eagle Drive. Got a couple of questions about the water update. In the agreement, contracts that you have with contractor? What is it? Is it a contract?
This is just, you can just direct your questions to me.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is it a contract?
This is not you may not have missed it,
Not a
but.
dialogue, right.
Right.
So is it a contract or is it a SOW? What type of document is it? Does it include a timeline, performance clauses, or any kind of liquidated damages?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, you want me to address it?
No,
No.
you can do that later.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, none being? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? None being? Motion is